You gotta believe. Nobody is true. If
You
could
proud of
believe
yourself?
That's a terrible intro. Don't do that. No one knows
You
what you're
proud of
saying.
yourself for that? Now I have to leave
Yes,
my merch
I'm
game. For
I'm ready.
All I'm
merch
saying,
game.
give the kids a Fantastic Four book and put Moon Girl in it so she can get actual feats. Okay?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yo,
She
does
just
anyone know
needs more opportunity to back up what she's saying legitimately, and then people won't have a problem. From my
do you
understanding.
know what are the Power Pack up to these days? That's a separate question, but what are the Power Pack up to these
Well,
days? Are they still
to be fair, two of them are damn near adults now. So
okay.
I mean, they can still be Power Pack. I don't know what you want from me, okay?
Yeah.
no.
These are the same
The
kids
last
that
time
beat
came
up
out,
Sabretooth one time, and I thought that was funny.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know if y'all remember. The Runaways were teenagers when they came out, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
So some of them were like 17 at most. Lucy in the Sky is 17. She's an adult now, and she's dating the eldest kid of the Power Pack, who should be a lot younger in consequence.
Yep.
Okay.
I just see the Power Pack as just those child stars who they reached their peak when they were kids. After they became adults, only one of them really went on to do something. The others,
I
they'll
feel like
they'll be back
I
for a
don't know where to
reunion.
look for
One doing the
hashtags.
the
Give
other
me a
one going
Give me
Runaways.
hashtags. I need hashtags to put in here. Bionicle. I'm putting Bionicle in here.
yeah. I
Hashtag
remember.
Marvel, hashtag Power Pack, hashtag Lucy in the Sky, hashtag Runaways, hashtag
We're not talking
Spider
about
Boy,
Power Pack.
hashtag
I
Daredevil,
thought you related to the actual live stream.
hashtag Daredevil is the GOAT, hashtag Spider Boy, hashtag some Iron Fist in Spider Boy, hashtag Girl with Skates Ghost Rider, hashtag the
Miku
Black
Ghost
Cookout.
Rider. Okay, Iron Man. I'm gonna put Iron Man.
What was I gonna say? Well, I lost my train of thought. Oh well.
West Coast Avengers.
Well, God has 2 days to live on my computer. Or we go to war.
Did we get?
you know,
Hey, Jake. I have a question. Have you gotten your package yet?
No. Listen, it's supposed to be on the
Jake.
10th. Okay, it's supposed to be on the
Jake,
10th.
Jake, pull a Kratos, why don't you, man? If he could brave the winters of what's it called, wherever he's at that snowy place, man, to save his son, you could do that for your computer, man.
Really? So you're telling me the day Reed and Sue drop, your package gets here?
Yes. What? Listen, I'm gonna get the fur coat from God of War Ragnarok. I'm gonna go out in the snow. I'm gonna find that truck.
Gotcha. Then next thing you know, Reed is gonna be your Odin, man. Like he will try screw you every way along the road.
There you go.
Yep.
Stop doing Reed, bro. It's gonna be the maker, okay?
Okay, the maker.
You have to go through the new Ultimate Universe just to find your package, okay?
I hit the computer. He's like, "Why did you do that? What was it all for? You chose to be nothing."
Bro, I see someone complaining about a doll that looks great. Why are people on Twitter complaining that this one doll looks hideous when it's not hideous? It's like a fucking beautiful ass doll, and they're like, "This doll is the worst doll of G3." It's like, motherfucker, I've seen worse dolls. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, the eye of the beholder, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you what the doll looks like, and then we can discuss. If you want to discuss, because this is not an ugly ass doll. This is a very lovely doll.
We can discuss it at the cookout if Austin can get us some invites.
Oh God.
Yeah, can you get us?
This doll isn't bad. What's wrong with her legs?
No, it's just like that. Her legs are just like that. It's like that in her G1 doll too. Do you want a G1 doll for comparison? Her legs were always like that until she pulled up to Ever After High, and then she was like, no.
Yeah,
I like this doll. People are just fucking haters.
Yeah, it's stalking. It's stalking.
They're not stockings. They're her actual legs because this is for Monster High.
Yeah.
Oh, you zoom in and had designs on it, so I thought it was like a stalking, but okay.
Yep.
Let's get started, right?
All right. Well, welcome to Comic Phanatic Live for the reviews of the week. Audience, you're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. No more than 2 intros of me a week, so move on.
Well, it is I, Jake Tylenol, and I will get my package. That is all.
It's me, Bricky Wall, Comics. Why Epic the musical on YouTube. Watch the whole thing. It's glorious. It's beautiful. It's the story of Odysseus and the Odyssey by Homer or something. And you should listen to it.
Okay.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and I will also get my package because I'm waiting for a wig. Yay!
Mhm.
And audience,
Mhm.
please remind me to buy a crimper so that I can style said wig when it gets here. Also, life advice: don't put your dildos on your wall. Thank you.
Okay. For those
Life
who have
advice:
dildos.
keep them in your living room to let people know what you're about the moment they walk in.
Well, there you go.
Exactly, because this person's landlord is gonna be pissed.
Yes.
Mm.
And together, we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week on this night of our special nights. This is our comics reviews, and sometimes we do other things too. We review like shows and movies we watch, if no one else watches it. If no one else watches it. Yeah, like the legendary Aquaman, and
Mhm.
the even more legendary Kraven the Hunter. Okay, so. Tonight we have a pretty stacked night. Well, yeah, is it really stacked compared to our usual list? Yeah, it's pretty stacked. We got we're gonna be talking about some Skeleton Crew, some Captain America, some and our usuals, Avengers Academy, and Bionicles all the way. And I think we'll be also bringing Spider-Boy back.
Yay. Hopefully a double dose this week to make up for lost time.
Yay, as we say.
Yep.
But yeah, we also have socials, and I think Witch knows all about those. So, Witch,
I do. Oh my god, I do. Yeah, I do actually. First of all, please subscribe to the YouTube because our next goal is 100 subscribers. Woo! Also, you can follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69 because we do post stuff on there sometimes. Not always, but sometimes we do. Right, Jake? We do that sometimes.
yeah.
We post stuff. Anyways, if you don't want to do that and you think the rest of the guys are lame, and if you just want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U because why not? You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Same username on there just in case is witch_of_Jotunheim because why not? Same username makes it much easier for when one of them gets banned. Who knows? Maybe the Shark Tank guy will buy it. Who knows what's gonna happen? Anyways, you can also follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Northstar Aria. And for all my other socials, either Cryptid or Jake should have put my link tree in the bio.
Jake.
In the description. One of y'all has to, because I sent it to both of you.
Blame Jake for not doing the easy part, Witch. All right.
Jake, you better do that. I sent it to you in the private chat.
If it's so easy, then Austin would do it. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, speaking of Austin is always and has always been a brick wall with bright blue eyes and hot pink blush. And guess what? You might see him in a future movie because he loves the spotlight. Because why not?
Mhm.
He also likes it when I tap my fingers in my TikTok videos. Isn't that right, Austin?
You have to attract people's attention the moment the video starts, and it does that.
Cool. Anyways, Jake, I have a question for you. Where are you at right now?
I sit outside on my porch, growing a beard. I'm not kidding. Actually, I'm growing a beard. As I look out into the distance and wait for the UPS man to come, you can hear the God of War theme playing as I sit in the snow.
Cool. And Crypt is in the same spot he always is because I just put him there one day and he was just like, I would just chill here. So, yeah. Anyways, who's ready for me to yap about the Rose of Versailles for 30 minutes? Just kidding. I haven't actually finished the Rose of Versailles, so I can't do that. So let's get started, shall we?
Okay. Well.
Gotcha. All right. With that, let's get started on the first.
Did you read the Did you read the private chat before we started? I literally told you what's gonna happen.
Okay. This one got shown early, man. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair. That's fair. That was last minute. That's fair though.
Okay. All right. So it was supposed to be a certain big topic today, first, but all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The fuck?
Yeah. Oh, so I was watching Skeleton Crew, which I don't think it's a show a lot of people have been watching, other than Star Wars fans.
Austin died, y'all.
Without me, he was watching it. Without me, he was watching it with me. He watched it by himself.
Wow. Yeah, so I don't think a lot of people are watching this or has a lot of traction, but it is a good Star Wars show, and I think Star Wars could use some positivity. So I think we're over halfway through the season. And so I think today I just randomly said, you know what, let me just check in on it, see how it's doing, and I'm glad I did because it has been an enjoyable ride. This is Star Wars Skeleton Crew, starring a group of kids on a big adventure. They live on a pretty mundane, slightly futuristic world of At-Aten, and when they accidentally activate a spaceship that sends them across the galaxy, they have to find their way back home. But they find out that their mundane planet is actually, to the galaxy, a legendary hidden world filled with treasure and riches. But to them, it's just home. So as the kids go on multiple adventures, they keep finding themselves in life or death situations as they hope to make it back in one piece.
One Piece.
One Piece, which is what they have when people hunting. They're hunting the name of the treasure. Okay. So basically, as far as this show goes, like as I said before, it's really good. It's really enjoyable. I really found myself getting into the characters very early on. The thing that really sells it for me, and I don't watch Stranger Things, so I'm sure people might compare it to that, but these kids actually really do act like kids to an honest degree. There's some situations where I'm like, oh, they're just like there's situations where like like as an adult like not to like, for instance, they have these they have money that's specific to their planet, but when they show it off and flaunt it in front of a bunch of pirates because they want to get food, and the pirates are like, whoa, yo, what the fuck, where'd you get this money from? And they try to like gyp them out of money because they don't know what they're doing. Things like that nature. And there was even one really dark moment in the show. There's like one episode where they land on like a war planet, and they run into these people who seem pretty nice, and like this guy's like he's really nice to the kids, and then it gets later in the episode, he gets like really like it gets really weird and like kind of crazy like when he acts these kids. So enough said on that.
Say it. What do you do? What they do?
Okay, well, they need to get so spoilers if you don't want to be spoiled, just basically for the gist of the plot, just so you know. Yeah, just so you guys know, this for me right now, we're sitting at an 8 out of 10. It's almost getting to a 7, but for reasons I'll get to later. But yeah, so spoilers ahead. In this episode, the kids make it to think they're at At-Aten, but there's actually a planet that looks exactly like At-Aten, but it's like war-torn, so you wouldn't notice it until you land on the planet. And they run into this faction called the Troiks. And the Troiks welcome them in with open arms and everything. They're really cool and really nice and everything. And then they're like, oh well, if you want to get to At-Aten, there's a tower over there with the map in it, but you have to fight your way there. So we're gonna train you how to fight. And these kids are doing terrible because they're just dumbass kids. They don't know better. And so the guy sees one of the kids with a machine gun, and he goes like, I like your spirit, boy. You're ready. So now you have to pass one trial, and when you do this, we'll show you the map. And so their trial, these are like children, their trial is to go into an active combat zone and kill a bunch of people. He's like, and they talk about
the average Tuesday in the hood.
Yeah. And they talk about going to trying to desert, and it's like, hey, if you talk about desertion one more time, we will shoot you in the back of the head right now. I was like, oh my god. It was a really uncomfortable scene. The actors did a great job of saying, like, well, wait, hold on, I don't really want to kill anybody. Like, this doesn't really feel right. Like, it really feels like very uncomfortable for them. Also, another standout moment is they have because this is a Star Wars show, so of course you come here for a Force user. Well, we have that. His name is Jod, or at least that's one of his many names. Jod is what is the only real adult figure these kids have, but he is far from trustworthy. Especially as we get later on in the show, I think everyone warns these kids that he is not someone to be trusted. And the show really does play up the fact that, like, oh, well, he's not that bad. I mean, like, maybe when it comes to kids, he has a soft spot, but no, absolutely not. He will backstab these kids with the first chance he gets. Okay. And there was one moment where he actually did. I was like, oh, I hate you so much. Why would you do it here? He's also like kind of a stone cold killer. There's a scene where he actually like kills a bunch of people in a pool of acid with the kids nearby. Um,
Mhm.
and I was like I said, he's a really cool, he's a really fun character, but I hate him at this point in the story. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm one episode behind, but maybe I'll turn around on him. But
Yeah, you gotta catch up, man.
I'm just one episode behind. I had to go to work, and
Wait, did you guys see this comment or the
Oh yeah,
Kara?
Kara's comment. Let me bring it up. Oh,
Oh.
we're both fighting over his comment. Her comment. Okay, go ahead. You never show the whole role. Thanks for
yes,
joining us.
all the money. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think my problem with the show though is that, and this is something I knew kind of going in, but it's really felt here. The kids kind of have, when you really sit back and look at it, the kids kind of have plot armor. Now the show does as much as it can to put them in real danger. So when they're in those uncomfortable situations, you feel it. But and they really go as far as they can to really put these kids through real hurt. But there are moments where it's kind of okay, they put in these situations where it's the situations where it's their backs against the wall and this seems like an impossible task, and based off what you know about these kids, they shouldn't be able to get out of it. But it's oh, actually, this guy just wanted you to tell him a story, and now he's perfectly okay with you, and it's all right, it's a bit it's just a bit Mickey. And it's just things like that throughout the show. Some of their victories are really earned. It's just a lot of them are, but some of them are just kind of it's just so the kids don't get too scared. But that doesn't mean there isn't great character work. I've grown to really like the character of Neil. He's the elephant kid back there. He had an episode that was about him bonding with this girl on the war planet Hyena.
Mhm.
And it was really cool because she's like a hardened badass, but she's not used to meeting people who aren't about war. And Neil is more of a pacifistic character. He's kind of like the wimp on the team, but his softness helps Hyena grow as a person. Maybe maybe it's okay to be a little soft sometimes. So I really like that episode. And I also like that and I forget her name. I pull it up, but the girl in the front of the picture, Fern, I believe her name is. She also is cool because she's introduced as this hard ass. She's like I'm the tough girl, I'm the captain, I run this shit. But you get to I think the fourth episode, and she has a mental breakdown because a lot of this shit's getting on her. Okay, well listen, I talked a big game, but now we almost died multiple times. It's kind of scary. I did so her character's starting to endear me, and something happened to her in the last episode I watched that really that really shattered her confidence. It was a moment where there was no way out of it other than giving up the one thing she wanted, and she felt very vulnerable, and she was kind of well, this isn't really how it's supposed to go. It was a really from her perspective, it was really scary. And then we have we have Wim, who's the kid in the front. His thing is he wants to go on a big adventure. They play one moment with him, which I don't think is intentional, but it's I feel this is what people thought was gonna happen with Rey. People wish happened with Rey in episode 7 when she fought Kylo. There's a moment where there's a moment where Wim bucks up to somebody, and it's this whole he's gonna do it, he's gonna do the thing, and then he fails miserably. It's it's actually kind of so, I really did enjoy that. But as far as the show as a whole goes, like I said, it's really enjoyable, really great. Feels like classic Star Wars, and I mean that by it feels like the original trilogy almost, which I didn't realize how much was missing from Star Wars. That original trilogy feel of that campy nature, but that sense of adventure. I think the show really nails that in its own modernized way. So props to it. I really do hope it. I don't know if it's gonna get a second season. I don't know how that's even possible based off how the show is going, but yeah. I recommend it. Skeleton Crew, Disney Plus. Go check it out.
It depends on how well it does.
Gotcha.
I just want to know what the second season will look like. If this ends with them getting home, I don't know what the second season will look like for them.
They have to go back.
Right, they have to go back to space.
Gotcha. Cool. But all right, sounds about fun. Any final thoughts, man?
I don't know. Check it out.
Okay, gotcha. All right, then. I guess with that, let's move on to what was originally supposed to be the first topic of the night, audience. Let's see.
Jake.
The Cookout.
Yeah. Okay. Austin, do you want to do it or should I? Okay.
Okay, so for years in Marvel Comics, they had this fake black unity moments
Mm-hmm.
where they think they're like uplifting the black heroes and stuff, having them all come together for one panel. But outside these moments, like these people don't talk.
Nope.
These people have no
That's how I feel.
relationship.
That's how I feel with all the gay characters at Marvel. It's like most of these motherfuckers would not interact.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's we talked about this, which when you were still doing the Aaron run
Mm-hmm.
when he first got his own book.
Yeah,
When
he
they
had
had
his own
Loki and
little
everyone else
thing,
show up,
which you guys should
and it's
read because
like
I actually enjoyed it.
you
But besides
did
the
this
point,
just because the
continue.
people are gay, which is a disservice to these people because these people are more than their
Yeah.
sexuality, and these people here are
Mhm.
more than just being black.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion,
But
in my opinion, can I give my quick opinion on this?
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I think this is definitely a publicity stunt, and Marvel, and by extension like DC too, they don't actually care about their diverse characters, and they only want them for money purposes. Does that make sense? But like for me, when it comes to the queer characters, because if audience, if you didn't know, I am queer. Shocking. Oh my god, shocking. I know. So, clutch your pearls.
Mhm.
Like DC does care a little bit more, but not nearly as much as either one of them does. I think they just want to use us for money purposes. Be like, look, gay people.
Let me read a comment. The comment from Kara. Hey, those people all hang out together, right?
Not usually.
I
I
agree with Witz's point. It feels like every time they do it, it's like I trust DC a little bit more than Marvel because Marvel does this a lot. Like when Black Panther needed other heroes, and he only decided to call black people.
yeah,
Like
that
white
was,
people are allowed in the comic. You call they had Eli come out of retirement for that.
Yep.
For
They
real.
brought in two Patriots for that one scene, man.
Wait, did Lunella get to show up, or was she still too young to show up?
No, he never shows up. That's my other part. Like with her thing, she needs the one who needs to feed the in these moments is never there.
But she's not in retirement though. Eli was. Like, I don't think Eli had any purpose to be here.
Mm-hmm. Funny you should
well,
bring up.
I don't know about this book. I don't know about this book specifically, but my point still stands.
Yeah. Can I just give my point as like someone who actually is a really big fan of Captain America and all his mythos and that stuff?
Sure.
I personally find this a little disrespectful that you're bringing in these random people to this cookout, as opposed to somebody who actually is in the mythos, like Battlestar. Like, what the heck does
Battlestar die?
No, he didn't die. Yeah, he got badly beaten by that new U.S. agent guy a few issues back and had his arm broken, but he's still alive.
But he
But
died years
I'm
ago.
just like, yeah, I'm just like looking at this image, like, look, who the hell is that guy between Miles and Monica?
Wait,
Who is that?
Can't see them, so I wouldn't know.
Exactly. Like, okay, he's okay, black character with white outfits. He has some silver hair. Looks like
that just no offense, it just sounds like a black version of North Star. Not gonna lie to you there.
I guess, but I'm just saying, like, again, this guy who has like no, you can't even tell who this person is. Like, but they just put him in here because let's fill out a quota. He's a black person. Let's put him in here. Okay, what about Battlestar, guys? Come on, he's part of the mythos. He's been with an established Captain America and is part of history. I mean, he has history with Demolition Man too. They were both in the wrestling club together.
D-Man, I love D-Man. I need to read more D-Man.
You know, I just find that insulting. Let me just
what? That I called him D-Man?
No, I mean Battlestar situation. He was taken out completely. You know.
Isaiah is Eli's grandfather. So the guy up front, the one with the blue suit, yeah, that's his grandfather.
Wait, who?
Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's in this
Eli's
issue.
Grandfather. That's what I was replying to the comment.
Oh, okay. Isn't Isaiah's grandfather? Yep, that's true. Next comment. Justice for Battlestar. Oh yeah, he definitely needs to do something. They definitely need to give him more attention and love. And MCU Battlestar died. Yeah, in the MCU.
Yes. The comics.
But in the comics,
Yeah.
the last time he was shown was when he fought against that new U.S. agent guy, and we haven't seen him since. He got badly beaten, but not dead. You know. So
But the people don't have this. This happens every few runs. It happened last time, I believe, of Black, like I said, the Black Panther situation. They try to do it in Miles' book, but people don't know. Randomly, when the current run of Miles started, they had him paired up with Misty Knight, who he never talked to on screen before, and someone else instead of like Luke Cage or someone he knows who's black and a mentor to him sometimes. And it
Oh
felt so
yeah.
You know what I
awkward
think
him
would have been
looking up to
funny?
Misty Knight for anything.
You know what I think would have been kind
What?
of funny though, for both the Black Panther one and this Cookout. I don't know if they would have brought in Kyle Janadu in here.
No.
I think that would have been funny as hell. He's gonna be like, "How did I get here? How did
As
I
opposed
pull
to
up?"
Battlestar Witch, as opposed to
No, I'm
Battlestar.
not. No, I'm just saying in general. Like, if they brought him in for this, because he's gonna be so confused. Like, why am I here?
Mhm,
Why the hell am
that's
I here?
true.
Also,
Also,
another thing.
quite a-
Where's Windshear? He's a
who's
black
that?
character. He's a black superhero.
Is he part? Is he part of the? Is he a part of the Captain America mythos?
He was a part of Alpha Flight.
Okay, so
There you go.
again, I'm upset that I'm not upset that.
That.
Yeah, I'm
He
upset
was a
that
part of
they're
Alpha
not.
Flight for a while.
Yeah, but he's not part of the Captain America mythos. Oh, by the way, guys,
Neither
I
is like
sent him.
half these characters.
I know that's why it just feels weird. Oh, and I sent
At
you.
this point, just bring in whoever. At this point,
Yeah.
anyways,
Also,
let's put a
also I
pause.
sent you.
Let's put a
I
pause
sent
on
you
all this and actually get to the meat and potatoes of the
Gotcha.
story because I don't know what
There's one more
happened in
thing
the
I want
book.
to bring up. There's one more thing I want to bring up.
Yeah.
Why 90% of these black men dating white women?
Oh shit!
That-
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's something we've been talking. I think we've had previous discussions over because, like, whenever you think of the idea of a biracial relationship in comics, right? It's usually with a minority, with a Caucasian person.
Sometimes
You
you get
rarely,
lucky, but very rarely.
yeah, you rarely ever see another minority dating another minority. I'm like, what's up with that?
We do need to see
Yeah.
more of that, but also I think it's
Yeah.
funny that Blade is here, but not Brielle. He's like, oh yeah, I can't
Yeah.
bring my daughter. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
found
I
out
agree. But
that was
Marvel was
even more.
stand these guys up like the pillar, like the black community when it comes to heroes and stuff.
Yeah.
But like for black women, like essentially, that's one of their biggest pet peeves and problems. So it feels kind of tone deaf to like a thing.
Yeah, I think there's this one account. I think called the Mighty Z. Shout out. I think she probably brought it up. I'm not 100% sure, but she does talk about a lot of black women in comics and media and stuff like that. So definitely check her out on TikTok and also Instagram, please.
Okay.
She's cool. Shout
We'll
out.
check her out. Let's also shout out our comment section. Kara is saying every black character is here except the one we stopped caring about. Oh, pretty much. Damn, there was something else I wanted to bring up. Oh yeah. To add more insult to injury, Luke Cage, he didn't bring his wife. Cloak didn't bring Dagger. I mean, come on, what's up with that?
Yeah, it does feel weird. They're like, I'm going to a cookout. Like, you're not going to bring your family? That's the whole point of cookout.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, this is what I also want to bring up.
This far from Dagger. Is Dagger standing outside?
She didn't appear at all in this comic.
They can't be that far apart for a long point time.
Hmm. Yeah.
She's probably inside. Kidding. She's probably in the bathroom.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, and this is also one thing I also want to bring up. Blade is here, right?
I brought up Blade.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to bring up. Isn't he on bad terms with the whole world in general after the whole Blood Hunt event?
He was, but this book don't care about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that just makes this even more weird. To like, okay, I would think like all the heroes would be like, dude, you were the face of nearly turning the whole world into vampires. That was last week. Or fuck it, at most that was last month. Why are you here?
Who's at the table with Jericho?
Who?
Like I said, why the fact is Brielle not here but Blade is?
Who?
Who's at the table with Jericho?
Wait,
Jericho, Brother Voodoo. I have no idea. That's
I just didn't hear what Austin said. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out who's at the table with him.
Just casuals, normies that are also part of the community. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. Ara is also saying, I've seen people joke she was chilling inside Cloak's cloak.
Honestly, that would make sense.
Yeah, yeah. So Cloak is basically saying, okay, you're invited to the cookout, just don't let anybody see you. Wow,
Yeah, you can stay in the
Why?
closet and Cookout. Congratulations.
wow.
I'll
But
throw some
yeah,
food in there at the end of the day. Just wait
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, also to add more insult to injury about the whole Blade situation, this comic literally opens up with Sam Wilson stopping vampires from attacking people at a soup kitchen. Yeah, yeah, that's literally how this issue starts off, audience. Okay, but now that we got that out of our system, let's talk about the actual issue itself. So, it's Isaiah's birthday. Everybody comes here. We get to see his famous wall again from the Captain America Truth. Where has photos of himself taking pictures with all the biggest icons of the community. And I like the fact that they kept his uniform, on display because that was the same uniform Steve Rogers gave to him at the end of the Truth. So that was
Didn't
cool.
they bring up Josiah? Or am I going
Uh,
crazy? I saw that
he's going
somewhere.
to be Yeah, he's going to be popping up later on in this book, so we'll be seeing him. Bradley's also here. Josiah is the quote unquote son of Isaiah.
Oh,
He appeared in
okay.
Black Panther and the Crew apparently. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
that was a
always
long time ago. I haven't read that in years.
yeah. I mean, I always looked at Josiah as Marvel's way of sneaking spiritually continuing on Isaiah because remember, there's like legal issues with how much appearances Isaiah can actually make. But if you can make him have a son who kind of personifies him a bit, then hey, that's Marvel's free reign there.
Also,
It's
yeah,
like that.
it's also an excuse to have Eli be in these books, even though he retired.
Yeah, they even mentioned this, which it's actually War Machine who's convincing Eli to get out of retirement.
Wouldn't it be
Because
the other Young Avengers?
I know,
Yeah, wouldn't
but
it be the people friends who hang up with him? Not some random guy he talked to one time.
but the people in the Young Avengers aren't part of the community because it's more important that
Yeah,
War
just a
Machine be
black
the
man
one.
hook up with another black man. You can't have other
Yeah,
friends.
Well, where's
yeah.
America then? Where's America? Where's America Chavez?
Devin was he's not black.
She's well, no, she isn't, man. What? Like,
Isn't she Afro Latina though?
she's from a different planet,
Yeah,
which
She still technically counts
she's not
to
from our
some
planet.
people.
no, I know she's Puerto Rican. That's it. Like it's never been established that she's half black.
I
But
don't know. Regardless.
yeah.
Regardless.
Let's talk about Eli for a bit because they did give him a little bit tweaks in his appearance. He now has hair, audience,
Which he looks good though.
and
I like it.
Yeah, he
yeah,
looks good, but no,
I
he
don't
looks
like the
good. He's like
jewelry.
the average black dude now. I think it takes away from him.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like the jewelry that he's wearing. He has the piercings and he has that. I don't know the proper term, like that necklace thing, almost like he's coming from Wakanda. You guys get what I'm
Maybe he
talking
got the
about.
piercings because of Teddy.
Like I just don't think that's
They take
practical
him
in a
out of
fight.
retirement. I doubt they influence him to get pierced.
Yeah, I just don't see why you would want to bring piercings in the midst of a fight, especially since you're going to be very hands-on.
I don't know.
That
Yeah, it's not very
Teddy
proficient.
dudes are just fine. But regardless.
nah. Okay, but anyway, like let's get to the actual main story of this book, right? So apparently, Sam Wilson's cousin Billy. Okay, she was getting a little bit on my nerves in this, because she's coming in, she's
Is
trying to
he
get
new
Sam.
or established?
Sam does have a family. I'm not really familiar with Billy in the past, but I know he has a sister and she has children, and yeah, yeah. I'm not too familiar with Billy, so yeah. If she is, good. If she was established beforehand, okay, good that you're bringing up a character from the past, audience. I mean, Marvel. So yeah. Anyway, she's coming in. She apparently has found this like sweet deal from this one corporation. Um, that's what it's called, Eagle Star or something like that. They have a floating city in the sky, right? And apparently she's going to get a sweet place in it as long as she could convince Sam Wilson to endorse them. I'm like, what? Whoa, you're not going to put my name on this, dude. What? What? I don't know anything about this corporation for one thing. Come on, come
Wait.
on,
You're
man.
telling me the moment the Avengers get a flying city, now everyone has one?
Yeah, I know. It's yeah. Funny enough, this isn't even the first time. Yeah, this isn't even the first time Greg Pak pulled this thing because he actually did the same exact thing in his Planet Hulk run. You know, the last time he did
Oh
Planet Hulk,
yeah.
audience. Yeah. Uh oh, we got some comments. Kara is saying, "Young Avengers, come back, Eli." No, Rhodey, come back, Eli. Okay. Young Avengers, shrug and look confused as the curb your enthusiasm theme plays. Yeah,
Eli,
yeah,
I
pretty much.
promise, if you come back, I might put you on my show.
That's true. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. Wow. Wow. Yeah, reach for the sky only to get an apartment. Right? That's a dream, right? Like, oh, that's more than a dream because apparently in this floating sky, in this floating city in the sky, there's a farm there too, where the residents could come and work there, and they get a donkey.
A
Like,
donkey. They get an
like
ass.
yeah, this I know the idea is to reach high, you may have your goals reach high, but you really so you're telling me I'm going to go high close to space only to work on a farm? That's your goals? Okay, whatever. So apparently, of course, there's a bit of shadiness going on. This corporation, a fight commences with these raptors all of a sudden coming in. Oh, and by the way, we do get Red Hulk in this comic, audience, but it's not the Red Hulk you would think. It's not
Oh
the
my
Thunderbolt
god, bro.
Ross. Yeah. Turns out it's actually Maverick, the Red Hulk from the U.S. Avengers.
The guy
Yeah.
who died?
He didn't die, but I'll give you this, Austin. You know how people were infuriated that Craven didn't die at Craven's last hunt? I kind of
Hmm.
feel that way with Maverick when it came to No Surrender, right? That was a hero's death he should have received at the end of that event. Because yeah, let me clue people in as the whole Maverick's whole gimmick. You know, through aim science, he's able to transform to the Hulk for 1 hour a day. But this is a safety precaution to make sure that he has full control over his Hulk form, and there's no negative effects whatsoever. But again, it's just 1 hour a day of power, you know. So, but during the whole Secret Empire event, he needed to break that limit. Unfortunately, the AIM scientist who broke that limit for him was a Hydra agent.
Of course it
So,
was Hydra.
yep.
Raise your hand if you're
So,
surprised. No one got it.
yep. This was during the whole Secret Empire event where Hydra was at his all-time high. So, yeah, Maverick's body was being controlled by Hydra, and he was stuck as being the Hulk throughout that whole event. Yikes. After the event was over, they had to do a whole operation just to get him back to being like, his normal self. Only unfortunately, he was now permanently dyed red. And they even stated, "Look, we don't know how much time you have. Like, dude, you're gonna be having medication, pills. You're gonna have to come in for weekly checkups." Yeah, this was a very horrible situation for Maverick to go through. And on top of that, he's not even guaranteed to go full Hulk anymore. I mean, he'll go Hulk, but it's not a guaranteed hour anymore. So that should have been like his big moment when it came to No Surrender, where like it was down to him having to fight against the actual Hulk, who's now being controlled by what's it called, Game Master, right? Man, Maverick had what's left of the Iron Patriot armor too, so this was him fighting at his fullest. But rather than give him a hero's death, they just had Hulk absorb all the radiation out of him. So, quote unquote, he's fine now. Let's see. Let me read the comment. XD, that was a line from the theme song from the Jeffersons. From Tropic Thunder, I'm assuming. And now Kara's saying, today I learned there's another Red Hulk. Yeah. Again, I feel like he should have died at that event. It was going to be a hero's death. But he's here. He's working for Eagle Star. And the head of Eagle Star is like saying, oh, Sam Wilson is a life model decoy. He's here to destroy us. And that's enough to turn Maverick back into a Hulk. I don't know how, but hey, we're getting our Hulk fight, audience. So, hey, to all you guys complaining about, to all you guys saying, like, hey, Sam Wilson should be having a vibranium suit in the movies to fight against the Red Hulk. Well, here you go. He doesn't have a vibranium suit, just wings and a shield, but look at him. He's about to be taking on the Hulk in the comics. No powers.
Yeah, there are certain characters
And
that
just
are
like
built.
Ant-Man being Kane, despite it. Go ahead, Witch.
Like, there are characters that are specifically like there to get punched by the Hulk, and Sam's not one of them.
He has wings, vibranium. He
Yeah,
has
I'm
a
about to say,
shield.
just
That
like
doesn't count
Ant-Man
if he gets
being
punched
Kane,
anywhere but
people are
the
not
wing.
going to believe Sam with no vibranium is knocking out the Hulk. That's
Yeah,
not
he
going to
has
happen.
vibranium. Oh, and keep in mind, this is just a standard Hulk, all right? He's not as powerful as the actual Hulk. He doesn't get stronger the more he gets angry. I would think he's just like what's his name, Joe Fixit level. So, well, we'll see what happens. And for the remainder of the issue, we're treated to like a bonus story. This is about like Sam Wilson's grandfather, and can I just say, take a shot of whatever drink of your choice liquor there is for every single time they bring up a race issue here. Yeah, yeah. So you can imagine what the story is about his father in the past. So yeah. I came into this issue really excited, specifically not just for Sam Wilson getting another shot at his own book as Captain America, but also for Greg Pak, because I've always been annoyed that he limited himself only to writing Asian characters. He was a good writer. He wrote Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, and all that stuff.
I still need to read Immortal Hulk. Sorry, guys. I'm a
Oh,
bad Alpha Flight fan apparently because I don't want to read a book with a character I don't like.
Gotcha. Let me read
Yeah, you kind of.
Cara's.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Kara saying, "What does Tropic Thunder have to do with the Jeffersons theme?" It was a line that was in Tropic Thunder where one of the characters was calling Robert Downey Jr.'s character out, saying that was a theme song from the Jeffersons, And
Also,
since
Austin,
Red,
I hate Walter. Why would I read a book with Walter outside of Alpha Flight?
Gotcha. Okay,
That's
since
one
Red
thing.
Hulk. Gotcha. Since Red Hulk was tricked into fighting him, what do you want to bet the fight lasts 2 pages before Maverick realizes, oh wait, I got tricked, and stop fighting? We're gonna have to reach a conclusion somehow, after all. Okay. Also, I just kind of wanted to bring up another point between that second story we got at the end of this issue, right? It really didn't offer anything new other than to say, hey, look, Sam Wilson's grandfather went through racism back in the day, right? But
And
that's all the story they do. They do racism towards him so much, bro. Let this man just be Captain America.
Yes, and you could have used that second story to talk about another character that's going to be popping up in the upcoming Sam Wilson Captain America movie, Joaquin Torres. But someone who actually is part of the Cap mythos, but you didn't, because like the last time we saw Joaquin, he was left in a really terrible spot, having his powers altered because of because of what what's his name, White Wolf did to him. His fate is still left to have been determined, and it will be a disservice to have to actually gloss over that whole character arc of what happened to Joaquin. That's why I kind of feel like the second story should have been dedicated as a resolution to what happened to him, but nope.
Did they
Said,
ever like fix the Wakanda situation where they don't want Americans back in Wakanda?
No. The only resolution they had was that like all the people that were from America that moved to Wakanda that got kicked out, they ended up living in was it that other country that's literally right
That
next to Wakanda.
war-torn country that lives next to
Yes.
them.
Yes. Like God dang it, Shuri, like when you say you want to kick people out, like you literally kick people out of your borders into a war-torn
Yeah,
country,
you at
dude.
least send them back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you send them back home. You don't
Well,
abandon them
we're
some random
the
area.
bad guys. I'm just saying, guys. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Keep the same standard.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine some of
To
them
be fair,
came back.
it did at the time. It felt like they were setting up like Wakanda being the bad guy because this is also after they teamed up with Namor and kicked Black Panther out of Wakanda, like a council. But the storyline went nowhere.
Austin, it's funny you should bring up Wakanda because guess who also helped construct this flying city?
Wakanda.
Nah, yes, a
let's go
descendant
home.
of a Wakandan. A descendant of a Wakandan spy built this city. Can we get a story about Sam Wilson without having to go back to Wakanda?
No, we're not allowed.
There's I let it slide by in the last run by Tochi Anabuchi because hey, we had a great fight scene between Sam Wilson and White Wolf, and like hey, it had one of the best lines I've ever read from a Captain America comic. Towards the end of that fight, but come on, you could do so much more of Sam, but you always go back to these same talking points all the time.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
need writers to realize we deal with racism in real life. I don't need to read about a character dealing with it over and over again.
Exactly.
You don't even go like all the way. I never seen one person call Sam the N-word. I call the N-word once a year, maybe.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a good point to bring up, Let's see, Kara saying
It's all like
they're screwing over sidekicks left and right. That's what Kara's saying. Yeah. It's sad.
Now they have a whole new team of sidekicks to rip off and screw over.
We'll get to that when we get to that. But so, you guys have any final thoughts on this issue?
Nah, because I didn't read it.
Gotcha. And by the way, guys, I was right when I stated that like the only reason they canceled Steve Rogers' last book, by J. Michael Straczynski, was so that they could give Sam Wilson's book the legacy numbering system. Yeah. So, yep. Okay. Yeah, I think we talked enough about this issue. So, alrighty then. I guess with that, let's move on to the next one. Austin, this is you.
Iron Man.
Okay, Iron Man. Okay. I'll play Mo Rollins in the background. 1 second.
Yeah, this was Austin's book, and you announced it. You realize that, right?
He was busy, man.
Yeah.
I'm more available.
Yeah, give me 1 second to pull it up. But Iron Man number 3, I believe.
Yes.
You can go to the first picture.
Okay.
I couldn't find this guy's name, but I like his outfit. That's why I got this picture.
Okay. Has a real rustic feel to it.
That's the only reason this picture is in here. Because I like this guy's fit. But Iron Man's still trying to figure out what to do about what's her name? Something Stain. It's a female.
The daughter of Obadiah Stane.
The Mysterium armor. Yeah. She's his daughter or sister or something, bro. Like Iron Man is kind of aggravating right now. But she has the Mysterium armor that Iron Man spent a whole run making. Like, bro, this was his greatest armor of all time. It took a mutant, a god, and more to make the suit. This is basically his Hellbat suit, technically. But it doesn't kill him. Because, he's a good maker. He actually makes stuff to last. Unlike
awesome.
Batman.
Gotcha. Austin, you want to read Kara's comment? Iron
Give me
Man
one second.
apparently. Yeah, I'll read for you. Iron Man apparently became a Xenoblade protagonist on the cover.
Yes. To be fair,
hmm
Car, that was the whole driving point for this book. There was an image that people saw that said, you know what? Maybe I'll read it.
hmm
Because this has some of the better Iron Man sales. It's not as good as the last book with him marrying Emma Frost, obviously. But it's
Yeah.
doing pretty well for Iron Man. But I got it. I
Okay.
got everything in front of me. Now. I'm ready.
Okay,
All right.
go ahead.
So the book starts off with this fight in the photo. But the whole thing here, Iron Man's trying to get more tech to keep building his suit. As you see in the picture, there's a more makeshift suit. You see, it's not fully
Mhm.
armored. It's more like samurai-ish when it comes to like how it's put together.
Uh
But he's making it work. Oh yeah, that's why this character right here that he's fighting, he looks like a Kamen Rider. That's what it was.
huh. No, at least we know what the artist draws inspiration from. Then.
Yes. But after this, it cuts back to the Dark board members. They're still deciding if they want to sell to Roxxon. So we get Stark Roxxon Enterprises. Will be the worst thing ever. But,
Ugh. Well, you know what I just
so,
thought of when you said Austin. You know what I just thought of when you mentioned Roxxon's involved. We're gonna we're
what?
gonna have to have we're gonna have to have a Thor and Iron Man crossover then, because we know Thor's dealing with Roxxon at the moment. So. Mhm.
Yeah, they're both dealing with Roxxon, but not the same people. It's kind of weird. It don't feel like it. It's like two different people, two different plans that don't know about each other. That's what it feels like.
Gotcha. But
But
alrighty then.
Iron Man wins this fight, and in the area he is in, like he doesn't go there. He sits down, he pulls out a car battery, and he charges up his suit because
Whoa.
this suit is that bad. He wastes the energy in it. He can't drive around. He can't fly around it. So he's doing a video call to the council, and he's trying
Okay,
to
so
plead his case. Like, go ahead.
I just kind of find it funny, like he's going through all these makeshift situations to build his armor, yet we already see him in like two other Avengers books, like still doing fine.
Well, to be fair, in West Coast Adventure, he's also using a different armor, older armor, the Silver Chair, and that had to use
Gotcha.
tar batteries.
And he also has this a whole floating city's worth of resources in space. Yeah.
That's what I was mad about. I think it's implied that this happens after that, but it
Okay.
doesn't feel that way. If that makes
Hold on a second. Isn't Black Panther on that team?
Yes, and he has his own
he
kingdom.
doesn't have the resource of Wakanda.
Yeah, but he has resources. I mean, if he's giving Miles Morales
No,
is
he
getting
doesn't.
tech from the king, bro.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
No, Miles Morales is getting tech. Listen, Jake, well, he's getting tech from Wakanda, not Black Panther. He's not in charge of Wakanda anymore.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just saying,
Remember, they kicked him out for Namor, and now he's doing Hood Batman fighting in the ghetto of Wakanda outside.
Okay, I'm just saying, like maybe we can hook a Tony up, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He doesn't need monsters.
That
He
was
doesn't
my
need
problem.
Yeah, you know. What's with giving Miles a full vibranium suit? Like, did Miles ever have any attachment to Wakanda?
He's black?
No.
He had a
Yes.
big house, and that's enough to make him friend.
Wow. Okay.
Like I said, the Black Man situation is weird. Like, he's in that book with Miles in his regular suit, so I guess it happens later as he gets back to Wakanda. But this whole story even started because Iron Man was dumb enough to not put his new greatest armor in the Impossible City where no one else can get it. He put it in a random warehouse, and someone else bought the warehouse too, and that's how he got it.
Wow. Storage wars, anybody? Kara saying
Basically.
Tony's flying city is better than anyone else's. Imagine going to your farm in the sky and above you there's a flying fortress, mansion / armory. Wow, yeah. That's a good point to make. Yeah.
Yeah, he could basically pull the Iron Man scene from Avengers 2, where he
Mhm.
took Veronica Sended, and he just do that anytime and anywhere if he really wanted to, if he was smart enough. But he didn't do that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, geez, that's a
But
stupid plot
only
contrivance.
only Melinda May agrees with Tony that Stark shouldn't sell. Everyone else does. So the deal almost is completely made. But as he
Right.
leaves, I want you to know this same lady has the nerve to say, "Tony, strip," because you can't walk out with the Iron Man armor. We own that technically.
Oh God. Wait,
And
did he
this,
just make this on the fly?
helmet, he basically says, he puts on his helmet. He basically says, "Fight me about it." And she goes
Yeah.
full, Ironmonger, and they start fighting in the building with all the placeholders under the shareholders.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're
but Tony,
concerned.
Tony's smart. Tony's a smart fighter though. He gets her out the building. He throws a car at her. I hope it's not my car. This is terrible. No, she throws a car
Don't
at him.
destroy the
He
brick
catches
wall's
the car
car,
and puts it
man.
down.
It's a transformer.
Mm-hmm.
She
Which
throws
for
the
those,
car at Tony. Tony grabs the car out the sky and lays it down on the ground.
which if everyone remembers, that actually happens in Iron Man 1. That exact thing.
Yeah. You're joking? That did happen in Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a series, like an anthology series called Iron Man. It happened. But back to this. Tony uses the suit. But people don't know, he doesn't have Jarvis right now. So if the AI is funky and it doesn't have a name, he just calls it dummy, like that arm he had in Iron Man 1.
Oh yeah.
But it has an electromagnetic pulse situation. He forms the sword for the first time, and then he cuts all the way. It looks like he cut all the way through Ironmonger. But because it's electromagnetic, it's not really like cut the metal. It just like goes through it, like phase through but hurt.
Yeah.
It's pretty defined. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I'm just going to basically skip to the end. So, then in this fight, Tony won. They're having a conversation, and you find out that this chick from Roxxon made a deal with the devil, but not Mephisto. It's a weird guy.
Ooh.
He's
Let me
Roxxon's silent partner. Let me see if I can find his name. Oh,
You want to bring
it's
up the next
Druid
picture?
from Eternals.
Okay,
The
the
next
moment
picture
you said,
in the thing.
okay, the moment you said Eternals, my brain turned off. Austin. So yeah.
Honestly, mood because I
It's
never got
Druid.
what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Druid
It's
audience.
Druid, and he's the middleman. Druid is the people don't remember. Druid's the one who had that whole town under his control in the movie.
Oh, okay.
But there is a character. I can't find his name right now for some reason.
Gotcha.
Oh,
While you try finding it, I'll read Kara's comment.
no! I found it. Guess who this is, y'all? Guess who this demon is? This is they are in limbo, and the demon is Belesco, the guy
Oh my
who
god, that's
like
the bitch
kidnapped
who
Magic.
that's the bitch who tortured Magic, and is also the father of Witchfire, of Witchflame, whatever the fuck her name was.
He looks a lot better than I thought he would. That's why I was confused. Last time I saw him, he didn't look anything like this. But he looks like a regular guy with like all red before and stuff. Let me see. Is he in the picture? Yeah, he's at the bottom page by that lady.
Okay. Let me read Kara's comment. I'd be afraid to have an AI I wear Iron Man since one of his suits became a jealous girlfriend or whatever back in the day. Oh, yeah.
That
What was her name? Sunset? Yeah. Your evil ex-girlfriend goes on to become an AI audience. Your history browser is as good as gone.
Or it could be leaked, which would also not be good.
All of which could be accessed by a crazy AI ex-girlfriend, which
Well, I don't really have a crazy AI ex-girlfriend, so I'm good. I think I'm good.
Gotcha. So, all right, continue on. Awesome.
What makes it so important is that the whole board is in limbo with them. Because Druid and Belesco are the other two members of Roxxon Incorporated top.
Dang.
So not only the people in Thorbook, the guy in Thorbook is also these two apparently. And they make up the board.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta realize it's a lot of people's first time in what they think is hell. So everyone's kind of freaking out. The moment Melinda May People don't know
Yeah.
Melinda May is the black woman in this photo. Despite
Yeah,
not
yeah.
being black in the Asian shield where she originates from.
Yeah.
She immediately pulls a gun out because she's going to kill this woman. She just betrayed humanity to demons of all things, like from her point of view. That's insane to a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony talks her down, and he gives his best speech. He gives his best speech possible. Because I'll tell you now, Cryptid, the moment they realize where they are, the first thing the whole board member says is, Tony, you know what, Tony? If you save us, we'll say Stark don't get killed. Please save us.
Oh.
Save us, please. And that's why I got this photo. At the top, you see him begging Tony to save him. You work for a superhero. Did you not think a moment like this was going to happen? He could have faked this and it was still going to happen.
Oh, dude.
Either way, to hire a supervillain, an old like retired supervillain, just do this and be like, "Well, you sell the company. I can't save you. I'm not Iron Man anymore."
Yep. You see, I would have I would have used this moment to say, like, one of the shareholders of Stark Industries would take this moment in limbo and say, yeah, it's okay. I've dealt with limbo before. I have some real estate from that, what's her name? Madeline Pryor, limbo embassy down the corner. So, yeah.
Hey, Madeline, Maddie.
Hey,
Hashtag she deserves better. Fuck you, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Tony wins this situation. Tony wins this situation because he basically breaks down the argument. He's like, "Why do you want to work with Roxxon anyway? You guys are losers. You realize that, right?" And Velasco's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah. Why don't y'all tell him the truth?" But did Roxxon, AIM, Oxford, any company directly goes against me loses. Because at the end of the day, the skill y'all try to reach, y'all have to get past me. They can't do that even when they work together. And Velasco's like, "What? Is that true? What's happening?" He's like,
why are these guys so
like, Velasco
weird?
had no idea what was happening in the real world, which he was just being told something. He said, "Okay,
Yeah, because he's
we'll
too
rock."
busy freaking causing mental damage to teenage girls. I don't know what you want from me.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he usually convinced Velasco to just pull out the situation. And his final words is, "This is why you shouldn't underestimate Tony Stark."
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I took that picture. So he gets back to the real world. Not only does he get the Mysterio, like the Ironmonger suit from her, the lady also calls him the new Ironmonger because of the way he handled the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's interesting. I doubt it's going to go the route we think. Because he did the best thing he could, to be honest, in this situation. He was in a lose-lose, and he found a way to win.
Natural.
But if he officially goes down the road of becoming like a more aggressive, like he tries to hostile take over Roxxon, this would be a big change for Tony. I think could be interesting.
Oh, a nice
because like if he takes down Roxxon, you know where he's gonna go next? Cricket, Alchemy.
Oh, okay. So you're basically saying Iron Man's gonna go full monopoly on these corporations, then?
I'm hoping that's where they eventually go after the Roxxon War. I think that'll be a very cool Iron Man story. But
yeah,
that's the end of the issue.
Well,
The next
World
issue
War
tease for
Corporation.
some reason is Scarlet Witch wearing the Iron Man armor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We talked about that a while ago. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like how right now we have like all the big heads of Marvel, or like all the big scientists of Marvel, like Reed and Tony, all testing their metals out by studying a bit on magic. You know, so good for them. Good for them.
Do you know what's funny though? We do know if Tony decides to do magic, he's good enough to be the Sorcerer Supreme. Because anytime he has magic, he has to be the Sorcerer
Supreme. Oh dang! Well, I guess. I mean, Doctor Doom could do it. So
well, Doom has already been like pretty good at magic for a long while.
Yeah, I would say give people like Tony and Steve Rogers like a month locked in a library full of mystic books. Yeah, they could start talking the magic language afterwards. So yeah.
And like, Tony just breaks it down to science when it comes down to it. Magic is doing these symbols and basically like air equations. I can do that. That's easy.
this could be borrowing something from the MCU where Tony comes in saying like magic is just unexplained science. I'm bringing that
They
into
also
the
brought
table.
that up in the Thor movies too.
Yep, that too,
Yeah.
Yep, and then you have Doctor Strange coming in saying, "Don't you dare talk about science in
It,
magic
it,
room ever again."
you know what? It's funny because Matt Pat of Game Theory did an episode on that, a film theory,
Yeah,
and he broke
yeah.
down Doctor Strange and magic. It just being like particles in a way.
I think I saw that video. Yeah, just light bending, pretty much.
Oh
To
my god,
be
the
fair, that was before the second movie where they just started doing real magic. That was in the first movie, and it was all magic circles.
Yep. That's true. That's true. But no, sounds like
But
a
let's
good
move.
issue, man. All right. Do.
Is it my turn?
All right.
Shit.
Next
Hold
one.
on. Okay, hi. Let me just pull up Marvel Unlimited real quick because I was working on a drawing. Give me a quick second. Austin, you
Okay.
ready for this? You ready for my frustration with one person's outfit for the entire time?
Is this
Austin.
the same outfit he already got from Janet?
No, this is a different outfit.
Oh yeah,
This
didn't
is for a
deserve.
masquerade. Funny enough, that Tony Stark is hosting. But anyways, I'm doing Marvel Voices Avengers Academy issue 28 resolutions because you can probably guess this is for the new year. Oh my god. First Avengers Academy issue of the new year. I was about to say Jay because he's not here. Austin, how you feeling?
Happy, I guess.
Cool. So we start off in Stark Tower in Manhattan. How did he get from wherever he was to here? I don't know, but whatever. We're here. So we see Tony in his king outfit, because of course he is, talking about, like another year has ended. Like, what have we accomplished? What have we done? I don't know. But you know what? Have fun. Let's start off the new year with a bang. Like, welcome to the first annual Avengers Masquerade Ball. We see a whole bunch of people in costumes. Some better than others, but most of the people are just wearing like dresses and suits, just wearing a dumb mask with it. It's kind of dumb, but whatever. Anyways, so Tony's like, some of us have secret identities and some of us have been the world's most eligible bachelor, for 8 years in a row. Like, Jesus Christ, Tony. But anyways, we gotta celebrate. And speaking of going public, introducing to you in the superhero community, the future of heroism, the students of Avengers Academy. Can you switch to the next picture, please?
Oh shoot, hold on a sec.
Remember the group shot, the first group shot with the costumes.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Yay! Anyways, so we see Blackheart in this pretty snazzy outfit. I don't know who gave him that, but it's slays. We see Red Goblin, Moon Girl, who's dressed up as like Fing Fang Foom or whatever the fuck he's called, which, it's kind of cute. And then we see Bloodline, we see Escapade, we see Kid Juggernaut, who looks like Orville Peck for some reason. If you don't know who Orville Peck is, please Google him, okay? And then we have Aaron Fisher, Captain America, with, oh my god, I have so much personal beef. I know you only see part of it, but I fucking hate it so much. I don't know if it's just the way that he's drawn or if it's the outfit itself, but I fucking hate it. Austin, I hate it. Austin, I hate it so much.
It deserved to be hated. Look at it.
It's just, I don't know what they were going for. They didn't my boy dirty, but anyways. So Tony introduces Carol as their wise headmaster, which she's having a pretty awesome look though. Why does she get the awesome look and Aaron doesn't get the awesome look? I don't know. And they allow.
Why is the chick who mainly works in space the headmaster, bro?
I don't know why they make Carol the headmaster. Don't ask me questions you don't want the answer to because I don't have no answers. Anyways, I think out of everyone here, I think probably Sheila and Normie and Blackheart have my favorite fits, with Justin not too far behind. Because I love him. I have personal biases, but anyways, so they're all just like chit chatting. The school's just chit chatting. Justin's like, "Is my mask okay?" And he's like, "I just want my mom to be safe." And Brielle's like, "Same. Not that she ever is, anyways, because being the child of Blade will do that to you, I guess." Anyways, so yeah, like even Normie, who's looking down, he's like, "Me too. Not that my mom is ever safe either. She's kind of also a slime monster. Oops, that's a secret. Oops." oopsie daisy. And so Lunella is talking with Blackheart, and she's like, "What about you?" And he's like, "I have no name, like not a real one." She's like, "That sounds sad." And like Aaron's all grumpy over here because like I would be grumpy too if I had to wear that shitty ass costume. Like, damn. Anyways, so Aaron's like, he's pissed off about rich people, and he's pissed off that he has to like hang out at rich people parties, which honestly, knowing his character, I understand. Anyways, Kara posted a comment. I'm just gonna read it before you post it up, being like, "Oh, they gave him a bargain basement Robin Hood costume." Thank you, because that's literally what I was thinking the entire time. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Anyways, so Normie is trying to make him feel better, a little bit better, and he's like, "Come on, Stark isn't even that rich," like, and all this other stuff. And like Aaron in a huff is like, "Shut up, Normie." And he was like, "Dang, that was hostile." And so Justin goes to check up on him because he's upset. And so we cut over to a thing with Lunella being like, "Reed Richards, I have a bone to pick with you. Like, we read your paper last month about like about negative zone particle bullshit. I don't know. We have already ranted enough about Lunella. So anyways, so we cut over to Sheila being like saying hello to a waiter, and the waiter's like, "You want a Wagyu slider?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'll take 1 or 4. Like, so what are you here to steal?" And he's like, "Pardon?" And she's like, "Oh, come on, don't kid a klepto. Like, I've stolen texts like 6 of these guys." And a little tip, Kari. And keep in mind, it was Kari because because of course it's Kari. Of course he's here. He has to be here, right, Austin? He has to be here.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank you. And she's like, "Oh, if you're incognito, don't wear your usual obnoxious cologne." And he's like, "Hey, this stuff's expensive, okay? It has a Jaguar on it." And she's like, "It's Stark's fancy watch, isn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I have to fix my uncle's ring. Like, the circuits in it, like, I have no idea. But hey, I appreciate the enthusiasm." While she's eating all the Wagyu sliders because he's got to steal Tony Stark's watch. I mean, I would too if I was him. Because, he's rich. Not Kari, Tony. Well, whatever. Anyways, so we cut over to Justin and Aaron, and Justin checking up on him, being like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, Norman didn't deserve that." And Aaron's pretty pissed off, and he's like, "What does he deserve, Justin? Like, what do I deserve?" And he's like, he's pretty annoyed. And guess who pulls up? Guess which motherfucker pulls up? And it's Blackheart being like, "Hey, like, here's some drink. Like, I'm assuming you are the legal drinking age in this dimension, are you?" And Aaron's like, "Yeah, definitely." And takes the bottle, and Blackheart's like, "Hey, my pleasure. Enjoy yourself." And Aaron's like, "Thanks." Justin's like, "I don't think that's a good idea, Bestie." And don't worry, Blackheart leaves. Blackheart leaves before like anything else happens because why not? Because I can't have anything nice. Just kidding. He wants to be a part of this polycule that isn't a polycule, and it's low key, high key bothering me right now. It's like, come on, can't we just have the polycule? Not that hard. Jesus. Anyways, so we cut over to Sheila and Kari, and Sheila's like, "Oh my god, you're Tony Stark. You're that rich guy." And basically, she accidentally drops the Wagyu sliders on him. And she's like, "Ah, shucks, I dropped my sliders all over your shirt. Oh my god." And guess what? Jake is back now. He can finally be here for commentary.
What, is Austin not doing it for you?
He not as much.
I'm here.
You do. Yeah, you got. I need both of you guys. It's not the same. Anyways, so Sheila's like, "Oh no, I dropped all my sliders on your shirt. Maybe the cater waiter could help with that." And Kari puts on a really French accent because of course he was. And she was like, "Yes, the waiter is French. Like, that's neat and all. Totally not a stereotype or anything." And Kari steals Tony's watch because Jake, as you probably did not know, he has to fix his uncle's ring because a couple issues ago it got broken by Cherry Crane. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How does
he has to
that
get
justify a hero training a hero in training to being a villain and stealing something?
Well, Kari isn't a hero in training, though. He never said he was. He's not a part of the academy. He's not a part of any of it. He just kind of hangs out around some of these motherfuckers. Yeah, he just does his own thing, man. He's kind of like a Robin Hood character, more or less. And Sheila's just a kleptomaniac, but a good kleptomaniac. Anyway, so we cut over to where the kitchen is because Aaron is still pissed off about everything. And Justin, being the good homie that he is, good boy that he is, he's like, okay, slow down. So what's going on? Seriously, like you seem lost. And Aaron, he like takes off the mask because of his shitty Robin Hood costume. Yeah. And he's like, I just used to help people who needed it. Now I pal with billionaires, and it's like when I got my quote unquote powers, like I watch people die for corporate greed, and now like I'm friends with the company's trust fund heir, like, and the Arnie Ross Center, like that got ruined around me, and all I did was just lose my hearing, and I burned myself out, and it's like they took it all away, and like now I feel like a sellout. Like, do you get me? And like Justin's like, okay, like it got you, it got me, I get it. Like, it's like it's a lot for him, for Aaron. Like he used to just hang out on trains and everything, and just like help people when he can. He was known as
in the schoolyard.
yeah. He was
hang out on trains.
He's Captain America of the railways. He doesn't like to hang out with billionaires.
All right.
Also, we got a comment from Carl.
What about the billionaires who ride trains?
I don't know. Those are fancy rich people trains. Anyway, so Kara posted a comment being like, they remembered Arnie Roth finally. Yeah, they gave him a spotlight issue in this book a couple issues ago. And he also had a community center that got destroyed by homophobes, unfortunately. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, so Aaron's like, no, it's just like, the thing is like, I don't deserve my friends. I don't deserve Kari and you. Like, you're so good. You're beautiful. And I'm just like, can you switch to the next picture, please? I don't remember what pictures we decided on. What picture? Yeah, that one. They almost fucking kissed, and I'm just like, fuck. Because guess what happens? Before they even get to kiss, Jake, I'm upset about this. So Aaron drinks the alcohol that Blackheart gave him, and he's like, hey, I bet there's a pool. Like, come on, we're going skinny dipping. And it's like, Justin's like, what? Like, what do you mean? And so we cut to Brielle and Sheila, and Brielle was like, what are you and that waiter doing? And Sheila's just like, oh, just some crime. And look, my cut, unlimited sliders. Oh, I love my sapphics. Anyways, there's a new comment from Kara. The moment you realize they could have given him a railroad conductor costume and said, okay, so the bargain bin Robin Hood was just for this party. That isn't his normal costume. Like his quote unquote normal costume. Janet Van Dyne actually gave him a costume. I personally don't like that costume either because it still doesn't fit who he is personally. But yeah, I think it would have been cool to give him like a railway conductor thing. Like I like his costume as he has it now, with like the overalls and everything. But that's personally just me. I feel like that fits his personality and who he is as a hero. That's just for me personally. Okay, Austin, you get me?
Where's the Kevlar? Is it going to protect him from getting hurt?
I don't know. They could have thought of something cool. Anyway,
well, let's get him a vibranium suit. He can come to the cookout.
Okay, Brielle and Lunella are going to be invited to the cookout before Aaron's invited to the cookout. Okay. We'll discuss which Marvel characters gets to be brought to the cookout later, okay? There's like videos about that. Anyways, so we got over to Carol, Steven, and Blackheart. And Steven is congratulating Carol on the event on the academy, and Carol is introducing. Yeah, I agree. I think they could have ditched the mask, but that's just me personally. So Carol's like, oh, this Steven, this is like, and before she could finish, Blackheart's like, oh, Gabriel, call me Gabriel, which is a biblical reference, apparently, I think. I don't know. Anyways, so Blackheart.
Angel.
Yeah, I know who Gabriel is, okay? I know who Archangel Gabriel is, okay? I'm talking. Okay? I know who he is. Anyways, so Blackheart is like basically takes off his hat and mask, and Steven's like, okay, Carol, something's wrong. Like, Carol, that's the demon Blackheart. Like, he infiltrated the academy. And Carol's like, ah, shit. But before we cut back to that, we cut back to Justin and Aaron. Well, Aaron's definitely drunk, and he's gonna jump into the pool in his underwear because of course he is. And Justin's like, Aaron, like, come on, you had way too much to drink. Like, you gotta, like, not do this. And Aaron's like, no worries. Like, we had a pond behind our house when I was a kid. Like, I'm a natural. Come on. Like, come on in, big guy. And he's like, I cannot swim great, Aaron. I am a juggernaut. I will sink. Like, don't do it. And guess what? Aaron jumps into the goddamn water. And Justin's obviously concerned, but he can't go in and help him because, remember, he's a juggernaut. He will sink. And guess what? That's exactly what happens. So while Lunella is talking to all like the smart people, Reed's over here with his little astronaut suit, by the way. I'll send a picture later. So Justin comes in and is like, Lunella, come quick, it's Aaron. Like, I don't like, you're smart and I'm not, and you help save metals, so can you help save me? And she's like, okay, excuse me, gentlemen, I got. And can you switch to the next picture, please? Scrunkly. Anyways, Lunella, who literally shrunk, I don't know how that happened, but she shrunk. She's like, okay, one iceberg coming up, and shoots up an iceberg to catch Aaron, who is drunk and in his undies, and he went into the pool because, you know, he's stressed, which valid. And so basically they get him out of the pool, they get him all wrapped up, and don't worry. Lunella reassures him that just because the shield's unbreakable doesn't mean you are, you know, like sometimes it's okay to need help, and they have a cute little moment. Anyway, so we cut over to Steven being like, with the bands of Sidorak, the crimson bands of Sidorak, I bind thee. And Blackheart's like, are you serious? Sidorak, he's a lame as hell. And they start fighting, and Carol's like, stop fighting, stop the violence, right, Jake? Stop the violence. That's a Glee reference.
This is the son of the devil.
Yeah, but Carol's telling him to stop so that they can shock this shit out. Anyways, so Blackheart is like, I am the flesh and blood at last, like blah 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 blah, like whatever. He's saying demon shit. Anyway, so all the other magic users who are there, so it's Wong, Wanda, Billy, and Jericho. They all pull up and they're like, we're ready to fight. And then Billy's like, are you sure about this? And don't worry, Carol is like, no, I promised them they'd be safe. No conditions, no exceptions. And you can summon all your hoary hosts of whatever you want, but when it's over, I'm gonna win. You know who I am. And it's like, magic's about force of will, Steven. You want to go toe-to-toe with me? And like, Steven, like, kind of low-key, like, being like submissive is like, of course, Carol, like, I misunderstood, pardon me. And Blackheart's like, why would you do that? And Carol's like, because I don't just keep promises when they're easy, because you deserve a chance to be good. And Steven's like, shit, like, I kind of low-key fucked up here, but also he fucked up too because he tried to kill me, because of course he would, because yeah. And so Blackheart's like, you are a fool, you know that? Like, it won't last. You know, someday they will make a monster of me again, blah, 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 blah. And Carol, like, reassures him that it's like, hey.
What? No. Fuck
wait,
this dude.
can I
This
fucking
dude
finish?
eats
Can I
food.
fucking finish? Let me finish. And
No.
then you could be like, what? Let me finish. Okay? Let me finish. So she's like, okay, well, then you're gonna know that. So I'm not gonna stop fighting for you. That you're a victim too, and that's not an excuse. If it works, it works, Gabriel. And so yeah, so it's really up to him to like make sure that he's good or not. You know, I think that was something in the first Avengers Academy run. I don't know, but I don't know. It's been a hot minute. So anyways, so Tony pulls up and is like, son of a Mephisto on the attendance sheet, plus like Carnage Jr. and also like that one blue hair chick like helped steal my watch, and the Moon Kid made Reed Richards cry a little. So there you go, Jake. She made him cry a little, just a little. We don't know if it's like happy tears or what, but definitely made him cry a little.
I'll collect the tears in the morning.
Yeah, okay. I got you. I have the little jar right here. Don't worry, I'll give it to you. I'll send it with your package. How about that?
Thank you. I better be on the 10th too.
Yeah, it'll be with the package. Don't worry. Anyway, so Tony's like, okay, Academy winter term's off to a great start. Like, positive it's worth it. And Carol's like, do you ever regret sponsoring me for AA, Tony? And he's like, never. And so guess what? We cut over to the top of the building. And so we see almost everyone pull up, and it's like, man, like Normie's like, man, this New Year sucks. Like, good sliders though, and they're all just chit chatting. So can you switch to the next pick, please? Did I look the next pick? I don't remember what picks I sent. Yeah, there we go. And so they're all like, so she just wants like an update, and Lunella's like, school, Mr. Fantastic. Aaron's like fell in the pool, and Blackheart's like tried to murder Doctor Strange. It was great. And so, basically, with all the voice boxes, I'm just gonna read out, be like, "Hey, what do you think they're up to down there?" And like, "Oh, the usual champagne conversation bullshit, the crossover event, chumps, yeah." And so that's where the issue ends. So next week, or tomorrow, because I'll be reading this tomorrow, and I'll keep y'all posted on this. It's called Confession. Who do you think is confessing, guys? You want to place your bets?
No.
No. I don't know. I don't know.
I have a theory on who it's gonna be. This polycule is gonna be shrunken down quickly after this next issue. I have a feeling. There's a part of me that believes it, but I cannot guarantee or deny. Finally, we get something because I am tired of freaking love polygons here. Like, we need to down this, please. Anyways, we got a comment. From Kara. You can't pin a stupid Robin Hood costume on me if I'm in the pool. True that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that is the issue 28 of Avengers Academy. Austin, what'd you think of the issue?
Bad.
Exactly.
My bad. Ignore that.
Ignore that. What was that?
Never happened.
Not important. Anyways, you guys excited for me? I'll tell you what happens next issue tomorrow, like at midnight or whenever I read this. So, Jake, Austin, stay tuned for that.
Okay.
I got like 2 more hours until the next issue drops. So stay tuned.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll have to see what other comics come out this week so I can talk about them next week, honestly. Anyways, you guys can move on.
All right.
I'm sweating for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next book, audience.
I have left my front porch to return to Metro Nui. So we can continue the Bionicle Web of Shadows arc, of which I'm over halfway done. Now, luckily this week, we have comic panels. Yeah, so we get to see the artwork. So, for people who don't know, so basically Bionicle primarily was a book franchise. Well, when it came to lore, you got the toys, obviously. But it was primarily a book franchise. But sometimes when they wanted to show like cool, important bits, they make a comic book for it. I guess they didn't have the money for a full-on comic series. So these have been throughout these books, but for the last like 5-10 chapters, it has been nothing but the comic panel. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll use them. But that's obviously not what's on screen, right? On screen before you, we have these two warriors. You might recognize them as the old men I showed you in the previous one, the Rahaga. This is when they were the Toa Haga. So what do you guys think of these designs?
They're pretty interesting. I like them.
Hey, I like a design that incorporates a shield. So there you go.
They're commercial red. From the distant past, 2 new heroes awake, armed with giant spears and the awesome Ratuka spinner. They're ready for any challenge. So as a kid, I always thought these had nothing to do with the Toa Hordika. From what I understand, these were not supposed to be Rorik and Aruni, the Rahagas, but they changed it to be them because coincidentally they were red and green. So I guess whatever, worked out. Anyway, for this week we're going to be going over 2 arcs, but it's really just going to be 1 arc and a mini movie. This arc, I'm going to call it Bionicle Web of Shadows, Dark Origins. Here we get the origins of a lot of characters, even into some of Rudaka's backstory. And a lot of it's like really kind of cool. We got more character work as well. The Toa have now finally settled in Metro Nui and have a base of operations to work out of. So now their current objective is to find a way to break inside the Colosseum and save the Matoran so they can get the hell out of there. Meanwhile, Rudaka and her forces are trying to take over as much as Metro Nui as they can to try to smoke the Toa out so, they can capture them and, just use their powers to free the Makuta. During this section, we get a lot of like cool lore bits. For instance, we get the origins of the Toahaga, well, Thorahaga, but when they were Toahaga, which is pretty much explained by Aruni, but we actually get to see it. How at this point, there were Toa back before the Makuta was known as an evil son of a bitch. At this point, everyone thought, because Makuta is Matanui's brother. So everyone thought like, oh, that's just Matanui's brother. He's just a cool guy. But the Toahaga came to slowly realize that Makuta is, an evil asshole. And he was amassing an army of Vizorak, of Dark Hunters, and a Brotherhood, and all this other stuff. Basically, the stuff that the Toa fight today. During one of their last missions, because Aruni wanted to quit being a Toa, he thought all this was just way too much. He just didn't care. 4 of the Toahaga got captured on a mission to find the Mask of Light, which, if you guys remember from way back when, is a very important mask that will go to Takua, the Chronicler, so he can become Takanova. But before all that, it was just a mask on its own. And their mission was basically to find it and keep it away from the Makuta. After Rorik and Aruni free their friends, they do manage to hide the Mask of Light, but not without some consequences. When they were captured by Rudaka, they were turned into the Rahaga, which turned them into half Rahi, half Taraga. Now, I'm not quite sure how Rudaka is able to... Because currently, the Toa weren't changed into Taraga. They were changed into Toa with Rahi abilities. So I don't quite understand how the Toahaga were changed from Toa to Taragas, but also Hordikas. So that's a bit weird to me, a bit unclear. It's kind of like but whatever. Yeah. Also, I do want to show the comic art too. This is one of my favorite panels. I just like the how lit up it is. Now, this isn't indicative of the whole comic, but it's just one of the best panels I saw. This is a mission of Nokama and Matau infiltrating the inner Metro Nui so they can find a secret entrance into the Coliseum so they can, save the Matoran and all that. We also have more of Akama becoming more and more unhinged here as well. There's like a panel here. I think it's one of my favorite bits of the arc. There's like a bit where like Wenua tells Vakama like, "Hey, you shouldn't have let Nokama and Matau go on their own. They've been gone for a long time." He's like, "Yeah, I know." And he's like, "Yeah, that was kind of a messed up decision." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." And then Wenua's like, "Well, like if you want my opinion," and then Vakama just chokes him out like, "I don't. I honestly don't."
Honestly, mood. I would do the same thing.
Right. And we also have some cool bits from Rudaka as well. We even get a little bit of Rudaka's, like just a tidbit of her origin story. We found out that like where she's from, they had to write a patent. This is just to show off her character, by the way. It's not really like her full origin leading up to being with Makuta. But there was an origin. We see a bit of her origin where she's climbing up the mountains with somebody. On this mountain, only like 2 people could climb. To make the full climb, you need at least 2 people. And she climbed with a partner, and the partner wanted to. The partner needed help. But Rudaka said, well, because apparently the mountains, it's implied the mountain's kind of living. I don't know if that's more metaphorical or like literal. But she's saying like, well, if the mountain's too busy trying to kill him, it won't be worried about me. So she let her partner die so she could reach the top. And that's kind of indicative of her whole character. Right now she's working with Sidorak, but honestly, when she gets the chance, that bitch is going to die. So, and then we also had like another funny bit too. I do like kind of the dialogue in this one. I like the dialogue of Bionicle a lot. There's a Vizorak that's coming to just tell her that Sidorak says that hey, I can't find the Toa right now, but don't worry about it. And she says something to the effects of like, there's an old saying about don't kill the messenger, kill the person who sent the message. Too bad I don't really care about all that. And she like crushes the stick in her hand. I was like, it's gotta be. But yeah, so this arc basically ends with the Toa finding their basically finding a way into the Coliseum. They just have to pretty much kind of plan and prepare, and they'll be able to get in there. So no, this was only an eventful arc. So I went ahead and did another arc as well, and this is also a quick one. The next arc here is called The Search for the Mask of Light. So the Toahaga did find the Mask of Light, and they hid it. But they haven't really like gone back and gotten it. Like they don't have a safe place to put it. Well, because the Toa Metru, the Toa Hurricane now, have the island of Matanui to hide it on, which we know that's where it's going to be in the future. this is the story about how they got the Mask of Light. This isn't really much of a story, more it is a promo for the toys. This is an 11-minute and 20-second video. That's an Adobe Flash animation, from my understanding.
Ooh, I miss Adobe Flash. R.I.P. Adobe Flash.
Yeah.
You
But
go
it's just going over each Toa, basically a highlight reel for how skilled each Toa Hordika is. It is cool because if you read the books at this point, you really kind of see the mastery. Kara says it has that nice 90s or 2000s look at it. Well, to be fair, it is from the early 2000s. So, yeah. But yeah, so this
detail, Kara.
yes. But yeah, so this arc's really just highlighting each Toa and their strengths as they've gotten really better at being Hordika. So I did see the first episode of this as a kid. I didn't think it was canon because I didn't know Bionicle had books separate from the movie because it's attached to the Bionicle 3 movie. But apparently it is very much canon. This is how the Toa found the Mask of Light. So there you go. I guess whatever. But yeah, so the Toa go on this little DLC side quest for the Mask of Light. They find a piece of the map. They hand off the instructions to the next Toa, and the Toa, so on and so forth. They do this 6 times. So they get to a final battle with the Visorak, and they win, and they get the mask and everything. It's not really like, it's not a story heavy thing. It's just, again, it's a promo for the toy. It's to make you want to buy the toy.
Capitalism.
Right. But it is canon, so it was worth going over. So yeah, that's pretty much these last 2 arcs. They haven't been eventful. I was starting to get to the point where it's like I feel like this story is dragging a bit too much, but luckily I read ahead and we're finally at the actual plot of the movie.
Are we off of Metronui and Montanui now? Or are we
we're almost once we get to chapter 62, I'm done. Like we're on the next island, but we're on chapter 40 something. Next time we will see Vakama's downfall, which will be the plot of the next arc I'll get into. And also the Toa Hordika finding themselves in a precarious situation as they will be 1 Toa short for the rest of the book. So I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited to see how the book adapts this section of the movie, especially giving Vakama a lot more baggage before he kind of crashes out. So yeah, so I'm really interested. So yeah, Crosswire Geeks, Biological Chronicle section. Yeah, sorry guys, it just wasn't really all that eventful. These 2 arcs, just kind of a lot of setup. So, but next time.
Finally, the first Bionicle thing you've talked about that's an actual comic.
Yes, we had these, but before they've been like snippets, so nothing worth sharing. But this entire arc was the comic, so I was like, I'll just show them. So,
Like you expect children to read?
I guess so. Look, back in the early 2000s, that's all you could do. All right,
just saying, crossovers are all the rage nowadays, Jake. So hey, let's see that on the horizon one of these days in the comics.
We'll see. But yeah.
But all right then. I guess with that we should move on. Yeah, I think we're gonna only have 2 more books to talk about. Austin, do you want to talk about West Coast Avengers next and save mine for last?
Yes.
Okay.
I would also like to announce I text Jake this picture. I got MVP as Hulk. We didn't think it was possible at first. Jake believed. He thought he was going to do it first. I did. All right.
Also,
and Marvel, I got the Hulk MVP.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't talk about it on here, but the House of Harkness comic that's on Marvel Unlimited, it's actually pretty good. Basically, you put all the magic users, most of the magic users, because I didn't see Billy, in a book.
Gotcha.
In a school setting.
Gotcha. I just want to say I
check
got
it out.
Mark on
Don't be
Punisher. Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that, let's move on to the next one. Austin.
West Coast Adventures. As you can see by the thumbnail, it's Firestar crashing out.
Finally,
and almost killing her team.
Crashing out.
She needs a break. Like, lay it easy on her, Marvel. Come on,
You know who needs a break,
yes,
Cryptid? I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
But the book starts off with the West Coast Avengers basically taking down a terrorist group. It's not that important. The point is Iron Man and Spider-Woman, they're kind of discussing where to go now, where this team can go, what to go on. And he's trying to, and also what to do about Blue Bolt. People don't remember, Blue Bolt's the new character for this whole situation. He's the
A villain
asshole
turned
character who's supposed to be, yeah,
a villain turned
he's the
hero.
asshole villain turned hero, and they're trying to get him to. I guess they're trying to redeem a lot of irredeemable assholes recently,
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess.
but after hearing about the man who eats souls talking about humanity made me a villain, but
You heard him. The bricky wall is now a villain. It is now
but it's
canon.
actually interesting because the villain. Oh my bad, witch. You want to finish?
No, I was just saying that you're a villain and I just do whatever I want. I don't know about the other two
Guess
though.
whose ship this is, though, witch? You can
Whose
actually
ship?
guess this one.
Guess the ship
It is
between.
Steve, Flag Smasher, Evil Steve. It's his ship.
He is no flag smasher, right? I don't care how many times Marvel
Cryptid.
tries
Anyways,
to put that on him.
Part is he
Cryptid.
looks.
Go drink some water. Let's go drink some water together while Austin talks about the book.
Nah. Go ahead. Talk about it, Austin. So, what were you saying?
The worst part about this, he is dressed like Mr. Knight from Moon Knight.
Hey, you leave Mr. Knight out of there. You leave him out of here.
No, on Mr. Knight, the
All
outfit is fine. That's not what Steve Rogers wear, and it's not what you want an evil Steve Rogers to wear.
Mm-hmm. And he's sporting
Don't forget, this is
Tongue.
Steve's actual body being disgraced with these clothes.
Yes.
Also, to make the comparison even worse, he pull out two little sticks, like Moon Knight, Pike Swift, and Mr. Knight.
Yep.
He
But
saw one
it
picture
looked-
of Mr. Knight and he was like, "That's the vibe I want to go for."
Mhm.
He's kidding. He's
It's
kidding.
basically the same
No, like-
dude, everything.
Jerry Duggan's like saying, I'm gonna make this evil Steve Rogers the embodiment of evil, so I'll make him all white. Like, you danger. Dang. Yeah.
Go to my next picture real quick.
Sure thing. There we go.
I want to make sure. Okay. There you go right there. I want to make sure I had a picture with him in it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's him at the
Yeah.
bottom page.
I don't recall this fight during that event in Secret Empire. Like, this is where where Hydra Cap was wearing his version of an Iron Man armor that had the cosmic cube in it. I don't recall Bucky sock him in the jaw like this. But
Yeah, if you go by this, it has to be after Steve Ghost or something got formed. The Cosmic Cube Steve came out and started destroying his outfit. I don't think this fight happened.
Gotcha. Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever. Apparently,
once
after he got
Hydra-
beat up by Steve Rogers, he got beat up by Bucky. Okay.
Gotcha. Kara saying Hydra Cap is turning into Joker's daughter, the Titans character who took multiple identities. Yeah, pretty much. It wouldn't surprise me if one day we're going to see this body be used as the Red Skull.
We already have Cherry Crane, who is literally Sin.
Mm-hmm.
I just expected him to, if he was going to take another name, just use Nomad, the man without a country.
Yeah,
Like, that could have been interesting, at least.
Yeah, that could have been something. I mean, it's not like Ian Rogers has any use of that name anymore since he's already dead.
Exactly.
Yep. So
that would also made it a little bit more personal between him and Steve. Like, you could actually wrote a story with that, but whatever. I'm not the writer.
Yep.
But yeah, as you can see, apparently Blue Bolt, when he first met this man, as the Secret Empire was going on, and apparently he got shot in the face. The old power, his old. Oh no, Cryptid, we're wrong. This picture here isn't him Bucky fighting Steve. It's him fighting Blue Bolt when Blue Bolt was a villain.
Oh, okay. Like, there's that
He says your old buddy, your old pal Bucky punched my lights out that day. You still owe me a molar.
Oh, okay. So Blue Bolt was basically a grunt Hydra agent during that event. Okay. That makes more sense.
To be fair, there was a lot of people on that man's team, so he might not even been Hydra. That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, like, keep in mind, Hydra Cap took a blow from Mjolnir, yet here he gets it looked like he got broken tooth by a punch from a Winter Soldier. You know, come on. That
That's
mechanical arm ain't that mechanical arm ain't no Mjolnir, audience. You know, so all right.
also
Taurus.
Blue Bolt has a Avengers tattoo on his neck. I'm seeing it on the panel. It's not on. I don't have this picture, but it's
I
kind of
have the
crazy.
picture in front of me. Damn, in the original picture where he's fighting against Winter Soldier, he has a Hydra tattoo on his neck.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
so he changed it to Avengers. There you go.
Pretty much. But Kara saying, Hydra Cap, I am Nomad. Steve, boy, if you don't get. Yep. So cool. All right. So continue on, Austin.
But basically, so Shenanigans gone. They can't bring Steve-O in, so he gets to get away once again. The Avengers retire to, if I remember correctly, it's the port of San Padros. It's close to Los Angeles. It's in Los Angeles, I believe.
Yep, I have the issue in
But
front of me, but I wouldn't.
I thought it was funny because we had Ultron pull up, and people were like, "Oh my God, it's Ultron!" And he's like, "Bro, what's going on? Why are they mad? Why are they screaming?" That guy been at sea for a while. He don't know you're one of the good guys yet, Ultron.
Yeah.
But as then we cut to Firestar, one of my old favorites. She is sleeping in her car and it looks like she's driving asleep.
Yep.
But actually, her car got towed to Avengers compound.
This is the bottom of the low for Firestar audience. Like, damn. You ever see that cheerleader type? You go and hype you. Yep. Go ahead, Austin.
Go ahead. No, speak your thing.
Okay, I was about to say, you ever see that cheerleader type you had that was in your class growing up, and then you see her 10 years later, all beaten up, looking like she's in a bar, look like life kicked the crap out of her. Yeah, that's what Firestar looks like right now, audience.
Yeah, she
Right
got
down to
drool
even
on
have,
her face and everything.
yep, right down to her car breaking and having to come to the Avengers mansion with a tow truck. Yeah.
Right down to wearing a Krakoa was for lovers shirt after what she did.
Yep. And she's also telling the tow truck driver, like, send the bill to Tony Stark's. Yeah. And it looks like she's also going to be living in a trailer right by Avengers Mansion, audience. Damn.
That reminds me of the scary movie scene with the guy, Billy, he was just standing outside the school.
Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about. Yeah, so.
But
all right.
she goes and she gets her costume on. She goes and talks to Rhodey. And she's like, yeah, I'm happy to be here, blah, blah, blah. But then Ultron says, let me introduce myself. I'm glad to have you on the team. And she gets touched on the shoulder by him, and she remembers being touched on the shoulder by Nimrod. It's so funny. It's meant to be sad. Like her arms broken and everything in that picture. It just looks funny the way they framed it. They made Nimrod look so wide.
He's so buff, man. Like, god dang.
10 pics or it didn't happen.
Afterwards. Wait, actually, we do.
Go to the next picture.
Yeah, we have that picture. Oh, hold on a sec. Look at Nimrod on the top panel. Which?
Why does he look like that?
I know.
He looks like a
right?
Bara character. Looks like a Bara character.
But
yeah, look, honestly, the first thing that was coming to my mind when I saw that panel, like, this is Firestar at her absolute lowest, right? Okay, yeah. Look at that scene. Dark implications. Big buff man about in the back of a timid girl. Damn. You know.
For people who don't know, at the end of Krakoa, basically, when the war was going down, the X-Men just say, "Hey, we're gonna kill everybody who tries to fight us," and they didn't care about being heroes and anything no more. And they're acting like it don't matter anymore. This first book, I feel like they picked it up, that plot line up. Firestar went undercover in Nimrod's company to help the X-Men eventually win.
Yes.
And the whole time she was doing this, she was being hunted down to be killed by by Kitty Pryde and a few other X-Men who were her friends.
Yep. Damn.
So she's not really messing with robots. Like you see in the picture, just straight up says, "Don't get in touch with me, robot."
Hmm. So she has a thing
And
for
you get a funny panel with Ultron. He's like, "I'm not trying to cause you in distress, like in distress." And you see like him sweating, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, bro."
You see, I like, we talked about this in the last issue, but it seems like I like we like what writers are doing with robots and AIs in general, trying to make them more similar to humans. Do you think this is like Jerry Duggan's way of saying, look, this is a robot experiencing prejudice from humans, or something like that? Like, hey, okay,
Basically,
just because a robot that looked like me was trying to invade the world doesn't mean I'm that bad. Come on, come on.
it would have been fine if it was Ultron she was scared of, but it's a whole different robot. It has nothing to do with Ultron. Ultron wasn't in that story.
I know, right? I know. You're judging me
The
based on
reason
the
I brought
actions
this
of
panel up,
another
though,
robot. You know? Yeah,
the reason I brought this page up, though, because if you look at the bottom, you know who that is in that picture?
yeah. That's Firestar and Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry, War Machine.
No, that's Tony Stark. He just went full power fire in his room.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like this dude should be dead.
She melted the equipment around her surrounding area.
Yeah. If Tony is close enough, you see him engulfed in the flame. They're behind him. They're going past him, everything. He can feel it. And she melted down every equipment in the room. But Iron Man just is fine, bro. I think he's immune now.
If I was like, I would probably like judge point this as saying like, she made sure to melt only mechanical objects.
It's hard to believe stuff like that when she's having a PTSD episode and she's freaking out.
She's
It's
crashing
like
out. Agreed.
This is a side tangent. I'm not going to go that long. In Dragon Ball Z Broly, if you watch this movie, they actively keep telling you Broly is not in control of his power, and he just keeps blowing attacks at the Earth and hitting it, and it doesn't explode. This is a guy who finds people who will apparently take the power of universe like attacks. All right, the Earth should be gone. And someone had the nerve to tell me that he's just controlling his AP and DP, like the power of his attacking powers. Like he's not. He's out of control. That's the whole point of the situation. This is bad. It's bad writing. But while this is happening, they keep asking, well, you need to tell us why Ultron's on this team. You didn't tell us last week. You need to tell us this episode. They say, you know what? Okay, we'll try to tell you. And as that happens, Ultron comes on the TV. And he says, people of Earth, forgive the interruption. And our friends and our neighbors in Los Angeles, forgive the shaking. And go to the next picture.
Oh, dang, hold on a sec. I just want to read Kara's comment. Thank goodness I put on the fireproof aftershave today. He doesn't. Well, okay, he might have just worn the latest fireproof Axel body spray, audience. So All right. So next picture. Go ahead.
But sometimes to remake the world, you need to joss it from its slumber. I am the one. Are you ready to hear the gospel of Ultron? And you see, he gave himself angelic wings. He has like the scarf the priest wear going around his neck, and he has his robot people he has converted to his church flying around him, including the old lady that Tony just met last issue.
Yeah, the one that he transitioned into being a robot, audience.
He says, I have prayers to offer for humankind. A prayer is like a magic spell or a computer code. Words can change the world, and this world is in need of changing. I wonder if we are ready to accept each other, human and machine. I look forward to finding out together. So basically, he's finally doing what the movie Ultron wanted to do. And kind of what Ultron sometimes wants to do. It's time for humanity to evolve their next stage.
Yep.
All right. Human, machine, one. This also happened in Krakoa's X-Men stuff. in the future.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's usually, in that book it was humans fusing with Sentinels and stuff. But this is essentially the same thing. Ultron is a lot worse than the Sentinel. He just doesn't fight the X-Men.
He's just seeing himself as a savior. The next coming audience.
This, but this here also submitted my love for this good Ultron right now. I hope he gets another name so he doesn't get killed off at the end of this book. Because he's like, his first response is,
oh boy,
to
yeah,
Hyperbole. I don't know that guy.
It's funny you should talk about like Ultron getting a new name, man, because apparently we're going to get a new version of Ultron in an upcoming issue later this week, Austin. So, and it's a bad name. Not bad in the sense of evil name, but just bad in the sense of a goofy name. Audience.
Oh no! I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. We'll talk about that when that book comes out. Oh man.
Oh, dude. But yeah,
that thing's terrible. But Firestar quits immediately, and that's how this book ends. I think this is a good follow-up issue to the last one. Ultron is probably the most interesting he's been since Filmtron, because you want to know how he got to this stage, but also why is there a good version of him.
I just want him to I just want the kid to keep up the charade saying, "Oh, this is just my next evil plan," but I'm just so committed to making people think I'm doing this for the good of the world. Nah, I have a hidden agenda here. I'm Ultron at the end of the day, So.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think it's interesting, man. I'm going to keep picking this book up. I hope other people pick it up and read it. Because West Coast Avengers doesn't sell as well as it used to. I think the last two got cut short.
But we'll see. Yeah. It's just a curse of West Coast Avengers. They're always made up of characters that don't normally sell, So, yeah. But, alrighty then. I guess with that, audience, let's go on to the last book of the night. And I'm calling this one the crossover we were all waiting for. The Kidpool and Spider-Boy team-up special. Yay! Yay! Yeah, I just like how good Spider-Boy is already graduating to the point where he now has to deal with someone from the Pool family audience. So yeah. Oh, and also to bring this up, this is the version of Kidpool that was in the movie. The one that was a girl. The one that said, "Hey," yep, the one that said, "Hey, if I wanted your opinion, I will get Wolverine's dick out of your mouth." She's the dirtiest.
Honestly, slay, to be honest.
Yep. But anyway, so she's here. She comes in at 616. She's here to make a name for herself. So, she's trying to prove herself to a bunch of to get hired as a merc. She's coming in with guns, explosives, rocket launchers, and it ended up being Lionel Owlsley, the Owl, the villain of Daredevil, was like, okay, if you want a job, try going and kill Spider-Man. Okay, I'll do my job. I'll do some investigation on this Spider-Man and see if he is deserving of getting killed. And I like how she was like stalking Spider-Man and noticing what he's been doing. Oh, look at that. He just stole that man's purse and gave it to that lady over there. Oh, look, he beat up that Electro guy who was just coming out of the bank with a bag full of money. He obviously withdrew that money, This and that. So now Spider-Man is a menace. So I must kill this guy. And that's when the interaction with Spider-Boy came in. And of course, as soon as she said, "I'm here to kill Spider-Man," Spider-Boy kicks her off the building. It was an accident, audience. All right, Bailey was very, very regretful of that. He's like, "Oh, wait, did I just kill somebody?" But as Kidpool was falling down, she was saying, "What's your name?" Then when Spider-Boy goes down to see if she's okay, Kidpool, of course, has a healing factor, so she's saying, Oh, I'm okay, but that's not important right now. What's your name? Okay, look. Do you like
You telling
milkshakes?
me
Uh, how do you feel about
Spider Boy has
chimichangas?
more urgency?
Wait, what was that? Austin, what was that?
You're telling me Spider Boy has more urgency and worry about killing someone than Ellie from Deadpool?
Pretty much, Austin. Pretty much. He has more. He has morals in this case. Yeah. Sad to think, especially since Ellie's like 14 and Bailey is 10. So he's pretty. Hey, he's pretty mature for his age.
Don't
For
say that. That's what pedophiles say.
But here, going back to the point, right? Kid Pool's like, okay, so please tell me tell me your name. Do you like chimichangas? Uh, do you want to hold hands? Like, oh, shoot! I wasn't expecting it to go this route because apparently Kid Pool has a crush on Spider Boy now. Audience, there's just something about spider people that apparently people of the Pool family dig because it started out with Deadpool having a crush on Spider-Man, which led into Ellie having a crush on Miles, and now here you have Kid Pool having a crush on Spider-Boy. Bailey reacted as you would expect him to react. He bites her in the hand because remember he has a paralyzing toxin in his fangs, and she's like, "You bit me. Wait, does that mean we're going out now?" Ugh. Okay, is there something about guys with fangs that women seem to be attracted to? Because remember, Bailey seems to have like a lot of girls crushing on him at this point.
Yes.
Yeah. Specifically, they all reference his fangs. Does anybody want to comment on that? Like, but anyway, so
Yes.
uh, yeah. Spider Boy leaves. He takes all of her and gets rid of all of her weapons, and he goes to Spider Man to kind of have the talk. This kind of reminds me of that episode of Batman Beyond where, like, Bruce Wayne was like talking to Terry saying, "Let me tell you about a woman named Selena Kyles." Well, here you have Spider-Man saying, "Let me tell you about a woman named Felicia Hardy." But as soon as Spider-Man got clued in at the fact that this is a kid pool, he's like, "Bailey, I
Someone's gonna
speak
say
from
something?
experience." Yeah, Bailey, I speak from experience. Get out of town. If people think I'm annoying, dude, you do not want to mess with the Pool family, all right? I speak from experience in this subject matter. So get as far away from that person as possible, you know? So they leave. Spider-Man tries to save this one lady at a park only for Kid Pool to come up and she comes up screaming at him saying minimum effort as she shoots a squirt gun. She has a lightsaber and she's trying to beat him up with Hulk gloves because apparently as part of the contract she's only allowed to use weaponry of Disney approved weapons. Okay, I just kind of like that. This is basically the Disney-fied version of Deadpool, audience. Disney approved. So yeah, they get the fighting. She puts him in a glue trap, and now she finally has Spider-Man all to herself as she has him answer a couple of questions. So this Spider Boy, what's his address? What's his favorite food? What's his favorite color? Is he into K-pop? Okay. This all this stuff is gold. So thanks Spider-Man. Oof. But also another thing about this issue, right? There is this one also toxic romance going on because apparently you have this one dinosaur guy who's trying to escape the clutches of this. Well, how we all disapprove of bestiality, audience. Well, apparently there's this one scientist lady who has the hots for dinosaurs. Yeah. So much
So
to the
worrying about
point.
reptile.
Yeah,
I
is your
guess.
favorite reptile?
No. As far as she's concerned, Reptile is just a human trying to do dinosaur face.
So is this person
No,
into Sauron?
She could be, man. Like literally, you
What
see
the
her
hell is
origin.
Sauron doing
Literally,
nowadays?
you see her origin story, right? You know, she even as a kid, she's drawing pictures of her getting married to a dinosaur. Even when she's in college, she's acting the professor. So, are dinosaurs capable of love? And as she grew older, she ended up experimenting on herself and turned herself into a dinosaur. And yeah, she finds that there's just one dinosaur that has human DNA. So he's like, "Oh, that is my husband right there. I am stalking him. He will get married. We will have beautiful dinosaur children together." And that's when that dinosaur guy is like looking at Spider-Man saying, "You gotta save me from this weirdo. Get her as far away from me as possible." So naturally,
Where's
yeah,
Sauron when you need him?
yeah. Take her to the Savage
Did
Land.
you know? Did you
Yeah.
know that dinosaur powers are consistently the only way to get powers that works 100% of the time?
Good to
Go
know.
figure. Go figure. Oh, I like that's a good one, Kara. Moon Girl, high devil dinosaur.
No, literally. Also, old
Yeah,
lace. Runaway old lace.
yeah. Like, no, she has the hots for any dinosaur person. Like, literally, there comes a point, right, where as she corners the dinosaur guy, she takes out her next invention, which are a bunch of dinosaurs that are supposed to resemble the children that she will conceive with this dinosaur guy. And the dinosaurs are like, "What
I
the
respect the
pig?
drive.
What?" But honey, this is a glimpse as to what our offsprings will look like. What the mad love, man, mad love. You know.
You just got a free wife, bro. Be happy.
You want to be free? Well, I guess. I mean, how many other dinosaur species are? How many other dinosaur dating contenders are there out in the world? After all, so yeah. So anyway, this is when Kid Pool and Spider Boy come into the picture. Oh, by the way, Spider Boy actually did have a talk with Deadpool himself in this issue. So yeah. Deadpool was just giving Spider Boy some advice, like, okay, look, if she's anything like me, when I was her age, this is just gonna be a phase. Just let her, air this out. So okay. So they get the fighting. Throughout the course of the fight, the dinosaur guy even now starts falling in love with the dinosaur gal, right? Oh, and Bailey himself starts having feelings for Kid Pool. Yeah, after she accidentally shot a rocket that hit an invisible spaceship. Oh my god, that is so hardcore. Okay. Let me fight these dinosaurs, but I have to kind of look impressive in front of her. So, bam. At the end of the fight, the dinosaur guy and the dinosaur gal, they end up kissing each other, and that was enough to make Kid Pool go like, okay, now kissing is gross forever for me. So yeah. By the end of the fight, Bailey was trying to actually ask her out, saying, if you're not doing anything, there's an arcade down the corner. And she's like, okay, no. You boys are too needy. I'm out. Sorry, Bailey. It's not you, it's me. And she jumps out the roof, lands on the ground, and then walks out. That's it, audience. Bailey got his heart broken. Are y'all happy?
Yeah, he
Are
can
y'all
do
happy?
better.
He's also
All right.
he's also like 10. He'll learn. He'll grow.
This was his first heartbreak, audience. We're watching Bailey grow as a character here.
Welcome to
What's
He's
life.
love
still
about love
10.
break? Welcome to life. But yeah, that was a great. For those of you guys who are fans of that version of Kid Pool in the movies, yeah, this is a fun little continuation, of that. And she's even saying like, look, Spider Boys are a fad. She's like saying boys are a fad. but explosive Nerf darts are forever. You know,
At least
so
they're not trying to like put her in the main Deadpool book. She's allowed to be in like her own thing.
which is funny you should mention that because remember we have
No,
that
don't ruin it for me.
Poolomedy book coming up where she is going to be part of that.
Isn't that just a multiverse thing? That's different.
Yeah, that's a multiverse thing. She's not actually going to be in the main Deadpool book, you
Then
know.
that's
so.
what I meant. That she's not gonna be in the main Deadpool book.
Gotcha. You know, you don't want her anywhere near Princess after all, you know.
No,
Have
leave
her
Princess out of this.
Yeah.
She's
So,
a precious angel.
yep.
Who eats
Yep.
people.
So, alright then. Yeah, a coming of age moment for Bailey Briggs in this issue, audience. His first experience with loving a girl. So, all right, yeah. Eventually, we're gonna have to see a spider person end up hooking up with a pool person. Audience, it's gonna happen one of these days. Mark my words. You know. So
I'm glad that he started dating at the worst possible bottom ever, because he can only go up.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah. But all right then. Guess with that, that's all. That's it for today, audience. Yay! Moon Girl, High Devil Dinosaur. I want to see that. I want to see this character return back. Y'all ever stop and think of what it'll look like for a dinosaur to kiss another dinosaur? Tongue and all.
Where's the kid? I'm looking at the picture, like in the book. I don't see the kid.
Which one? I'll show it to you afterwards. So,
Where's the
all right.
kid? Yeah.
It was an off-screen kiss, which Austin. So yeah, you only got to see the reaction of Spider Boy and Kid Pool being grossed out. So, all right then, audience.
How about the artist do his job? I need to see it. The audience needs to see it.
Gotcha. All right. But anyway, audience, that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Kara, thanks for being here as always. And we'll
bye,
catch
guys.
y'all
I will
next
let
time.
you know about Avengers Academy in less than 2 hours, in about an hour and 15. Yay!
Gotcha.
Bye.
All right. See ya.